Unfortunately, society today uses separation to isolate groups of people, cultures, or subcultures it can't handle. As a result of this separation, the individual or group can feel unclean. I was in this unclean state for years when I was growing up, wrestling with my sexuality and feeling separate from everyone else. Living in this separated state, I unconsciously embraced all the erroneous notions that religion and society imposed and could not accept the goodness that was mine from the very beginning. I could not function effectively within society because I was so attached to my separateness from it. Then there are the divisions within groups or subcultures. Malcolm Westfield, a therapist who is African American, provides a good example of those divisions. He once told me, if you are of black heritage, but your skin color is not black enough, you are not acceptable in the eyes of the black community. Along religious lines, I could use the same rationale. If you are not this or that denomination, and that denomination can be either Christian or Jewish or Muslim, you are not acceptable. Jews seem to define themselves by how they are different from other Jews in terms of denomination or ritual observance, as do the Muslims, as do the fundamentalist Christians versus the more liberal Christian denominations. If you do not believe this way or that way, there's something wrong with you, and the implication is that you are not acceptable. I wonder sometimes if society and religion have gone to such extremes that they define and separate us by our differences, losing sight of the humanness that we all have in common. Have we inadvertently created what the Torah calls a sahara'at, a leprosy, which if left unchecked can only continue to fester? Any experience that reinforces differences and makes us feel unacceptable is what really becomes unclean and infected in our lives. There have been responses from some cultures to instill pride for being the people we are. Black pride and gay pride are two such examples. While it is wonderful to exult in our differences, that diversity will only work in our favor when we take pride in our uniqueness. At the same time, we emphasize the humanness that threads us all together. Taking pride in our differences lets us stand with dignity. Yet if we remain separated from each other, aren't we still standing on the sidelines, alone? I think the emphasis has to start on the goodness and value of each individual. Society's approach to the individual's place in community has become selective rather than inclusive, and as a result does not embrace those values. Programs that cut across lines of religion, sexual orientation, and gender are a start. With continued emphasis on what unites us, on listening to and affirming each other, we can begin to see that what we think are lines of separation are really spokes stemming from the same wheel, the wheel of an integrated community.